The car market sucks, always has sucked, probably always will suck. Thankfully, there's videos out there that can give you a peace of mind on vehicles' performance and real-world experience. What's even better is with the actual owners. Indeed, this is that. Behind me is my 2007 Ford F-150 Lariat. Besides the Toyota Camry, this would be America's favorite. This is the 11th generation F-150, debuted from 2004 all the way to 2008 before it was obviously replaced with the 12th generation, nicknamed the Build-A-Bear truck, because this pickup truck right here, the 11th generation F-150, had the most configurable options, different cabs, different beds, different colors, different wheels. Another reason why is because this was the first F-150 introduced with the little window swoop. This particular truck right here that I have behind me, this is the most practical configuration, full size, 4 doors, your crew cab right here, and then your 6-foot bed. Of course, if you step up to Super Duties, you can get the crew cab with the 7-foot bed, 8-foot bed, and even longer, bigger truck. It's even better with the practicality. I love trucks with the center console, the fold-up center console, even though nobody ever sits right there. It's just the fact that you have that practicality. When it comes to social media, this 5.4 liter V8 has been known to have some problems. Notice as well the color combination of this truck. You have the red and the tan. If you know anything about Fords, this two-tone is usually reserved for the King Ranches. One of the main reasons why I picked this truck still has the original window sticker, not a drop of coffee, not a tear or anything on that thing. 17-year-old truck. We got these nice wheels that match the kind of tan, kind of gold going on at the bottom. My friends, they spot me out in public. They say there's no other truck that looks like this. One of my favorite features of Ford ever is this extremely handy door code button situation right here. And it works, of course. Obviously, you can see, push the last 2 buttons and the truck locks. I know they love it when I get straight to the juicy part of the video. Have I had any problems with this 2007 Ford F-150 with this? This was the top of the line engine choice back in the day. Ford was real big on V8s, and I wish they still were today. So I'm pretty sure you had like some type of 4.2 or something like that V6 option. Of course, you had the legendary, extremely reliable 4.6 liter V8 Triton. That thing was just about as perfect as a Toyota V6. And then you have this if you wanted more power, 300 horsepower, and I believe like 320 or something like that pound-feet of torque, at least probably during break-in miles. This 5.4 liter V8 3-valve. I have not had any problems with this truck at all. Not with the powertrain or nothing like that. I'm pretty familiar with the service history because I got the Carfax and all that stuff. Since we're talking about any problems, I bought this truck about maybe a year and 6 months ago. Obviously, the gas mileage may be the worst part, but I don't really care how much money I spend on gas as long as the vehicle is reliable and gets me to where I need to go. Pretty much every trip is about a quarter tank of gas. I might be exaggerating just a little bit, but to fill this 26-gallon tank up, it's about 80 bucks. The fuel leveler, which is probably what I'm expecting it is, the 2007 probably still uses that fuel pump assembly that's floating in the gas tank. Then you have a little leveler that kind of reads the level of the fuel. 134,000 miles, and that fuel leveler was stuck when I got it. So I filled it up and the needle still didn't move. So as I was driving it about 25 miles to work, the needle in the gauge cluster just slowly started to go up. I think that is about as much as I need. Oh, the fuel floater and also the signal on the key fob is getting weaker for some reason. I replaced the batteries. Now, this is the regular key fob for the truck. It only came with one. Of course, this is a used truck after all. And then you got the regular key with the little chip in there, the little mobilizer chip. Of course, you can't just use any Ford key on these ignitions. But it just seems like it's been getting weaker. I even replaced the battery, and it's still not as long as it used to be. I'm pretty sure it's not. I just guess it just gets old with age or whatever. Might have to get a whole new key fob if they even still make these things. And even this right here, this is an aftermarket remote start from Ford. So one of the previous owners took it to a Ford dealership and they hooked it up with remote start, and it works just like remote start. Sometimes it's a little squirrely, like you can drive off with the truck if the truck is unlocked, and I started up with this. You can still drive off without the key in the ignition. I probably shouldn't be saying that on video, but it's whatever. But it doesn't do that all the time. Probably did it like twice, and I haven't got it to done it since, so that's probably a good thing. But anyway, you can't remote start it if any of the doors are open or even if the hood is open. Anyways, that's Pretty much the only two problems I've had with this truck is just the fuel reader and the signal for the key fob. The awesome faded Ford badge, I'm probably gonna leave it like this because it looks silver, almost white. And silver and white is like my favorite two color combinations. eBay Motors special, these headlights. Now, from this lighting in here and everything and the camera probably doesn't look like that, but sometimes in the daytime you can see they're kind of greenish yellow, and these things haven't been on here for very long and they're already kind of like fading, as you can see. Right, run your finger across it, you can see it right here. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but they're already fading, and you can see, of course, there's already this moisture in these headlights. Crazy, but they still look good at nighttime. You got this awesome, I wouldn't really say C-clamp, but these two running lights right here for the most part. Your cool little corner light right here, I had to buy in a separate package. And then, of course, the high beam, low beam right here, I had to buy in a separate package. And then, of course, these switchbacks right here as well. This is the exact look I was going for. These are new as well, eBay Motors, but these are doing pretty good. They don't have any, they don't have any moisture buildup or nothing like that in them. But, of course, I had to buy the bulbs separate, and then those are separate from all of this as well. So, basically, everything up here is separate. Obviously, the bulbs came in their own little packs of two with the switchbacks. Extendos right here, pretty cool. Well, the thing about these mirrors is that I lost my power folding feature. This truck had power fold mirrors from the factory. I lost those, gave those little square mirrors, factory mirrors, up for these really nice, cool rectangle mirrors. All right, so obviously we're at the rear of the truck. Say hello to my little turtle friend because he is in disguise as this really nice piece of protection. If you see this on any other vehicle, they got it from me. I made a video about this like almost 3 years ago. Go check back on the channel. And I get a lot of questions about this thing. This is basically about a 2.5, almost 3 foot hitch, right? This extension is usually found on a lot of like Jeep Wranglers with the wheel on the back or whatever, so it can extend out underneath the wheel. Then you could put like a little accessory or whatever on there. I don't think it's really used for towing, because if you towed with this type of leverage, it would be kind of like a dip like this, so it would be probably unsafe and what they call an unsecure load. It used to be just a ball up top. Now I have that hook right there, so it can really hook into whatever idiot really dares to get that close to me. But that's basically what I have this on for. One day back in high school, I was sitting in class, I was like, man, what can I use to just somebody shut up? You know, because people don't know how to drive no matter what. So how fun would it be to put this piece of weaponry, this nice piece of protection, and just make somebody's day, you know, really worth the trouble. It's gonna see what it's gonna do is gonna pierce right through the front of the vehicle, and then it's gonna take out the oil pan, the radiator, all that leakage is gonna just be spilling out, so they can't even like drive. Even if they try to drive away, I'm just gonna rip that motor out with this hook and just take it to the junkyard and sell it for scrap metal. Shout out to the turtle right here. He's a new addition to it right here. Besides the hook part of it, he's just right here chilling. I've seen people in the rearview mirror just taking pictures of him and all that good stuff, so at least they get a good kick out of that. Yes, this is an old 17-year-old truck, but we still have this great technology called backup sensors. You got 4 of them on the back of this thing. Hitch receiver was from factory. You have a lock. Now, this is not the new truck, because it doesn't lock with the key fob. Locks with the regular ignition from the key. The tonneau cover is not factory, but it was on here when I got the truck. My favorite tonneau cover right here, the one where you can roll up just like on my Ranger. You can roll it all the way up and you get every single inch of the bed that you need. There's even 2 little clips up here so you can tie it and lock it. Since we're all the way up here, really cool eBay Motors aftermarket special right here, because this thing leaks like crazy. And with this truck sitting at 147,000 miles as we speak, even though the gas station sees me on the regular, the repair shop has yet to see me. All thanks to this truck right here. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I know you're probably like, he didn't even go over the interior. There's not really any need. It's just a boring old 2007 Ford F-150 interior. And that's it.